Discipline is the king of all character concepts, and without it, you won't do a damn thing. You can have dreams, goals, talent, passion, purpose, but without discipline, none of it goes anywhere. And here's something most people never think about. Discipline isn't just a habit. It's a belief system. It reflects what you believe, what you value, why you value it, and how you choose to live. And remember, discipline is your way of doing things. Today, I'm going to show you how discipline becomes the engine of success in whatever God designed you to do. I don't really think I need to pick a topic like fitness or financial success to get my point across. We're talking about general success. Welcome to Foundations of Character, though. I'm Scott Wilkinson, and this is my channel. Now, Foundations of Character started with discipline because discipline sits at the very top of all the other character development. Why, you ask? Because discipline is the only character trait that's directly tied to your philosophy of life. You've heard me teach the formula before: values, purpose, and priorities. But today, I'm adding the ingredient that completes the picture: beliefs. And what you believe about reality shapes your values. And your values shape your purpose. Your purpose creates your priorities, and your priorities become your actions. This is why discipline is the first domino. It's not about trying harder. Trying is a noisy way of not doing something. It's about alignment, getting your beliefs, your values, your purpose, and your priorities connected, so disciplined action becomes automatic. If you don't sit down and think about what you believe, life will do the thinking for you. Phones and doom scrolling and TV, video games, social media, partying, distraction. The world will fill your schedule with things that don't matter. The way I see it, you have two choices. Don't think and become a slave to distraction, or do think and define your beliefs, align your life, and be set free. And this is true for adults and for kids. Kids do not become disciplined by accident. They copy your clarity or your confusion. If your life is aligned, their life gets a map. And if your life is scattered, their future becomes guesswork. And let me tell you one of my beliefs. Studying character is studying the face of God, because every good character trait originates from God, from Him. God designed discipline, honesty, responsibility, self-control, respect, and resilience as reflections of His nature. So when we study discipline, we're not learning a self-help technique. We're learning how God designed humans to flourish. Now, I figured all of this out when I was 19. Why? Because at 19, I became a dad. And suddenly I had to teach another human being what mattered. And I can't teach what I had never defined. So I sat down and I wrote on paper what I believe. And it changed my entire life. Not because what I wrote was perfect. I updated it over the years, but because it was clear. Clarity creates confidence, and confidence creates disciplined action. And disciplined action is what creates success. And most people never stop long enough to actually look at their beliefs, but this one exercise will change your life if you actually do it, and your child's life. Now, I want you to do what I did. Get a piece of paper out and write down everything you believe. Yes, that it is scary when you do it, because writing it down and looking at it on paper makes it real. You can start with the following categories. What do you believe about health, which includes physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health? What do you believe about wealth, like earning money, stewardship, investing? What do you believe about morals, like what do you believe is good? What do you believe about relationships, like marriage, kids, friends, co-workers? What do you believe about family, its value and role in society? And what do you believe about community, things like church, crime, education, and responsibility to the community? These are your starting points. Then you're going to ask, where did those beliefs come from? Did they come from your parents? Did they come from church? Did they come from friends? Did they come from trauma, culture, social media? And then the third question is, are these beliefs good for you? Are they good for your family? Good for your community? Are they honoring to God? Most people never question what they believe. But you cannot build discipline on unexamined belief. Your beliefs create your values decide what matters most, and your purpose explains why it matters, and your priorities are the actions that you take. Same formula I've talked about the whole time. For example, if I say I value family, but I choose doom scrolling over talking or playing with my kid, my choice is telling the truth about what I actually value. Success is not luck. Success is aligned action over time, and discipline is the philosophy behind the aligned action. This alignment is the foundation of every success in parenting, in marriage, in faith, in your career, in leadership. When your beliefs, your values, your purpose, and your priorities line up, you say no without guilt. You say yes with confidence. You spot opportunities instantly. You avoid traps disguised as opportunities before they pull you in. You stop chasing human approval and live for God's approval. Anxiety just fades away because your identity is anchored. Confusion disappears. You stop drifting. You start moving. This is discipline. This is success. This is God's design for your life. And here's the part that impacts your kids. When you live with clarity and have alignment in your beliefs, values, and your priorities, then discipline becomes effortless. And when discipline becomes effortless for you, your kids or your students or athletes, anybody that you work with, they'll learn discipline from watching you. Because it produces results. And children don't learn discipline by lectures. They learn discipline by example. Your clarity becomes their map. Your alignment becomes their security, and your discipline becomes their future success. A disciplined child becomes a confident, capable adult because success becomes normal and not accidental. And discipline is not something you try. It's something you become when your life is aligned and you've defined what you believe and why you believe it. This is how you use discipline to succeed at anything that God designed you to do. If this helped you, hit subscribe, leave me a comment, like the video, share it with someone who needs some clarity. And until next time, I'm Scott Wilkinson, and this is Foundations of Character.